Hi, Assalamualaikum to our beautiful lecturer, Madam Salwani and my fellow friends. I, Nur Syami Mirini binti Bahrain, together with my group members, will be presenting about the financial statement analysis for the company that we choose is Hapsang Industries Sdn Bhd. And this is my group members. First, Muhammad Nazrin bin Muhammad Sabri. Second, Ahmad Effendi bin Adik Chandra. And third, me, Nur Syami Mirini binti Bahrain. And then last, Aimi Alia binti Muhammad Jaslan.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aimi Alia binti Muhammad Jaslan. So for the industry analysis, there are several points on industry analysis based on Hapsang Industry Berhad. So the first one is revival among existing competitors. So as the number of competitors grows, so does competitions, because more enterprises must compete for the same consumers and resources. So if the competitors have a comparable market share, the competitions will heat up. So Hapsang is more than simply a biscuit player. After its listing, it takes 100% share in Scommix, so which sells instant hot beverages. So they have a fantastic product mix of biscuit sorts such as premium sandwiches, cookies, and all other types of biscuits. So the number 2 is threat of a new entrance. So new businesses will opt to enter the sector if the profit level appears good, and this will boost market supply. And as a result, the dangers of entrant limits and industry profitability. So Hapsang is without a doubt the greatest biscuit manufacturer in the Malaysian markets, because the biscuit manufacturing industry is protected. The prospects of new entrants is limited. So newcomers like Gloria Biscuits have a substantial entry hurdle, since their present competitor Hapsang has a strong brand recognition. So the third one is a threat of substitutes products and services. So because of the technological improvement, there are numerous replacement items with varied appearances to this, but they all serve the same functions of meeting the same demand as a commodity on the market. So the threat of alternative items is considerable for the Hapsang, since various products may meet customer demands. So for example, Julie's biscuits can be substituted for Hapsang biscuits. Instead of Hapsang biscuits, customer can enjoy the many sorts of biscuits. So number 4 is buyer power. So buyer can affect an industry through their desire to push down costs, a bargain for higher quality or greater resources, and pit rivals against one another. So Hapsang customers have considerable purchasing power. The majority of other companies offering biscuits on the market offer basic or homogeneous products from the industry. So the buyer may readily find replacements sellers such as Munchie, Huatai, Julie, and others in the market. And the last one is supplier power. Hapsang has lesser vendor purchasing power. So this is due to the fact that any producer will discover biscuits and cake baking supplies like eggs, milk, sugar, and others all over the place. So Hapsang would just supply goods without regard for the depth of inputs at all times. So the supplier's negotiating power is insufficient because switching to other suppliers is inexpensive. So for the strategy analysis, there is some strategy analysis that has been picked up from Hapsang Industry Berhad from 2019 to 2021. So the first one is market penetration. So market penetration refers to the process of marketing current products into present markets. So in brief, the goal is to capitalize on a growing industry with similar products and acquire market share by acquiring subscribers from competitors. So Hapsang Industry Berhad's market penetrations will be concentrated on the key market where rivals are identified and customer demands are specified and possible returns exist. So the second strategy is market development. So market development is a strategic decision made by the company to grow its present market rather than seeking a new market. In order to increase sales, the corporation seeks out new customers to promote its product to a specific set of customers. So Hub Seng Industry Berhad intends to enhance product quality, grow its product variety, manage expenses, and develop its distribution network in the future. So they are also looking to expand their product line in order to boost the use of their baking lines. So the third one is product development. Product development is the process of conceptualizing, designing, developing, and selling freshly developed or renamed goods or services. So the purpose of the product development is to grow, sustain, and increase a company's market share through addressing client demand. Hub Seng Industry has committed to manufacturing safe, high-quality food while adhering to certain material and ingredient requirements to ensure the safety and quality of all their goods. So Hub Seng Industries' quality control methods aid in the identification, reductions, and enhancements of potential hazards. So the number 4 is diversification. Diversification is a risk mitigation strategy that involves allocating investment among various financial instruments, sectors, and other categories. So diversification, it aims to maximize profit by investing in many domains, each of which respond differently to the same incidents. So Hub Seng Industry has also expanded into the other nations such as China, Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, and Thailand, because other countries' culture different from Malaysia's. The corporations must embrace the culture while competing with well-established other companies. So for the Hub Seng Industry Berhad Statement of Comprehensive Income for the financial year ended 31st December. So according to the comparative income statement stated, Hub Seng Industry Berhad sales climbed by 27,000 and plus in 2020 over 2019, and by an additional 55,000 and plus in 2021. So as a result, Hub Seng Industry Berhad's gross profit climbed by 36.81% in 2020 and by a further 71.20% in 2021. So the decline in parent company owners in the firm for the years 2020 and 2021 further supports this view. So this decline significantly more than the rise in the net sales by 37.05% in 2020 and 71.3% in 2021. So thus, the whole situation suggests that selling the item was rather difficult. Both in absolute and relative terms, there has been a large increase in other income. So therefore, the profit before taxes for the years 2020 and 2021 are improved as a result of these items on the income statement. So for the Hub Seng Industry Berhad Statement of Comprehensive Income for the financial year ended 31st December. So according to the comparative income statement stated, Hub Seng Industry Berhad sales climbed by 27,000 and plus in 2020 over 2019, and by an additional 55,000 and plus in 2021. So as a result, Hub Seng Industry Berhad's gross profit climbed by 36.81% in 2020 and by a further 71.20% in 2021. So the decline in parent company owners in the firm for the years 2020 and 2021 further supports this view. So this decline significantly more than the rise in the net sales by 37.05% in 2020 and 71.3% in 2021. So thus, the whole situation suggests that selling the item was rather difficult. Both in absolute and relative terms, there has been a large increase in other income. So therefore, the profit before taxes for the years 2020 and 2021 are improved as a result of these items on the income statement.
Yes, I will represent about common size. Based on the statement of financial position, we had identified the total current assets are decreased starting from 62.92% at 2019 to 61.32% at 2021. It showed a high degree of trade and other receivable. Cash and bank balance every year might be factor which contributes in trend of the total current asset. The figures show that Hub Seng are unable to generate sale from its inventory in year 2019 to 2021. Based on the common size analysis of statement of profit or loss, we can see that the profit of the year falling from 12.57% at 2019 to 9.21% at 2021. This shows that the expenses incurred by Hub Seng in that year decreasing since of administrative expenses has been reduced every year from 6.37% 2019 to 6.29% 2021.
Hello, my name is Hama Afandi bin Adi Chandra. Now we will move on to financial ratio. There are four types of financial ratio. Firstly, we have liquidity ratio, solvency ratio, efficiency ratio, and also profitability ratio. Firstly, we will discuss about the current ratio and net working capital about Hub Seng on liquidity ratio. In 2020, it showed that the lowest current ratio of 1.8 times and the highest current ratio in 2022 at 2.09 times. The result of the current ratio in both years show the company can successfully pay off its debt while at the same time still has cash left over to continue the operations. Next, we will move on to the net working capital NWC. Since NWC is positive from 2019 to 2021, it means that the company is able to pay off its short-term liquidity liabilities and invest in other activities. Secondly, we will discuss about debt ratio and debt equity ratio. As you can see, Hub Seng's debt ratio and debt equity ratio is the highest in 2021. The ratio highest because the increasing in total debt liabilities is it indicates the company exposed the higher rise and more dependence on leverage, while the debt equity ratio highest because the company use a high amount of financing via lenders and high rise of bankruptcy. Thirdly, we will discuss about the account receivable turnover and fixed asset turnover, ARTO and FARTO. ARTO and FARTO ratio is the highest in 2020, then 2019 and 2021. ARTO is the highest because the company able to collect credit payments 9.61 times to the customer, while FARTO is the highest because the company effectively use fixed asset by 3.83 times to generate the sales. Last but not least, we will discuss about gross profit margin and net profit margins, GPM and NPM. As we can see, I'm saying GPM and NPM ratio is the highest in 2008. For 2019, the highest GPM ratio is 34.01%, which in every 1 ringgit of sales generates RM 0.34 of gross profit, while the highest NPM ratio is 30.42%, which indicates every 1 ringgit of sales generate RM 0.30 of net profit.
For the cash flow, Hub Seng industry uses indirect or add back cash flow measurement technique based on their cash flow. With the net income on accrual basis determined first, then this net income is indirectly adjusted for factors that had an impact on the reported net income but did not involve cash. The indirect method modifies the net income to account for changes in current obligation, current asset, and item that were included in net income but had no impact on cash. For operating activities, due to the primary cause of the drop in property, plant and equipment in 2019, the cash flow for financing of Hub Seng industry operational reduced profitability. On the other hand, increased sales of inventory, trade and other receivable greatly aid cash flow. The cash flow statement would show a decrease in inventory, indicating that Hub Seng industry has purchased more goods than they have sold, in contrast to 2020. RM 47,130 ringgit, and 2019 51,192. The company positive net cash raised from operational came to RM 29,876,000. For investing activities, according to the cash flow statement, the company was growing in 2019 and spent a significant sum on RM 16,557,000 on land, plant and equipment. The company has received RM 128,800 in cash as interest. For financing activities, the net cash flow utilized to finance the firm are larger in 2019 than they were the year before, according to Hub Seng industry. This is so that the corporation can pay the lease obligation that need to be redeemed. Up to this point, the business net cash flow from investing operation was greater in 2019. For the strength, the Hub Seng company is a reputable and well-known company. As a result, one of the unique advantage that is practically unparalleled in breadth is its widespread appeal. Because of its distinctive branding, the product is easy to recognize and differentiate. The Hub Seng company also has a lot of financial resource, which one of its main asset. The company handles large amount of income during course of the year. They experience moment of financial success and failure, just like the others business. But generally, they have a succeed in their field, and it will to get even better in the future. Additionally, Hub Seng company enjoys considerable advantage in the shape of loyal client. A significant portion of client are steadfast committed to Hub Seng. Finding a bottle or can of a Hub Seng beverage stashed away in-house is not unusual. Customer will keep making purchase of this item, and they will probably keep doing so for a while, as long as Hub Seng is able to sell their product in various locations across the world. Customer will continue to buy product that they have accustomed to using and that they enjoy. For weakness, despite the fact that Hub Seng is very successful business with minimal room for progress, there are some negative elements to the organization. To start, a large number of Hub Seng drinks are not particularly popular. This company product a broad range of some food, including several that are well known, such as others F&B, but they are also produce over 400 different types of F&B. Most of them are unknown, and almost ever I counted looking for things to buy. They are fact that there are either very little or no advertising of the product. It's mostly to blame for its unpopularity. The second flaw is the numerous of their product the subject of debate are over. Everyone know that in terms of their health and body, ingesting well-known product like others product is not in anyone's best interest. It's probably that Hub Seng product may lose customer as a result of the society ongoing preference for health good and the lack of very little advertising for such product. So in conclusion, for the past 3 years, the Hub Seng company has experienced a number of hazards, including credit risk, liquidity risk, financial risk, and operating risk. It also cannot be disputed that every organization or firm face the same danger. Depending on how the business handle the risk, it may have chosen to accept, minimize, transfer it. every is correlated with the company ROA and ROE. The Hub Seng firm performance, as we can see, indicate that the company only performed in 2021, and that 2 years later is in dispute or negative scenario. Based on the observation, a positive relationship is measured between profitability with the return on asset or the return on equity. A firm manage business through operational profitability function, among other things. Additionally, the typical collection period is roughly how long it takes business to recover its debt. As was already noted, the average for 2020 is quite low, which is suggests the organisation does not require many days to recover. It demonstrates that the corporation is only good in shape for those years and not for the next 4 years. Additionally, it will result in an improvement ROA and favorable relationship. Additionally, the strained connection will result a loss for the business. For instance, if a company average collection period is so long, it won't be profitable in the near future.